Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and I'm happy to see you all today. And thank you guys for allotting time during your week to attend an ACE Commerce Philippines event. And I hope everyone's excited because we will be starting our webinar in a few minutes. Thank you. All right. So hi again, everyone, and welcome to this week's ACE Commerce event. And thank you for joining us for today's exciting webinar. So my name is Patrice, and I'm a community associate of ACE Commerce Philippines, a cross-border entrepreneur learning community. So before I call on our speaker for today's webinar, let me introduce you guys to what ACE Commerce is. So Amazing Cross-Border Entrepreneur Commerce, or ACE Commerce, is a global entrepreneur community that started in Indonesia. So ACE Commerce is for anyone interested in learning about building successful cross-border commerce by exploring opportunities in a wide range of commerce, as well as having amazing insights and guidance from awesome founders and entrepreneurs. And of course, we also strive to bring in amazing founders, mentors, and entrepreneurs to talk to our community of aspiring successful entrepreneurs, and we strive to provide the best online resources and content to our community to help them towards entrepreneurial success. So if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship and get updated for upcoming events, please like our Facebook page. And in order to connect with fellow entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, you can join our Telegram group so you can network and ask advice from the community. So next slide, please. So lastly, I'd like to go over a few items for those who want to have an e-certificate. So our participants must fill out the evaluation form during the end of the webinar. So the link will be given at the end of the talk and will be open until 11:59 p.m. only today. So you must send the proof of attendance at this webinar. It can just be a screenshot of this live and also a proof of your membership at our website. So it can be a screenshot of your account on Ace Commerce Philippines website. So in case some of you guys are not a member yet, then here's how you can sign up. Okay, so I hope everyone here is already a member, but if you're not, you can just sign up at our website after this webinar. So anyways, that's all from me because I know everyone is excited to meet our speaker. So let me introduce our key speaker for the day. Next slide, please. So our speaker for today is Engineer Grace Bondad Nicolas, the co-founder of TAG Media Group, AG Builders and Developers, TAG Media and Public Relations, and AAA Cosmetics and Trading. So this webinar is perfect for anyone interested in creating and improving any kinds of business. So everyone, let us all welcome and give a round of applause to Engineer Grace Bondad Nicolas. Hi, Ms. Grace.
All right. Hi, everyone. How's my audio? Is it all right? Are you receiving it well?
Yes.
And of course, good afternoon. And thank you so much, Ace Global, for inviting me for today as your resource speaker. And I hope that everyone watching will learn. And I heard that there's like 1,600 sign-ups or more. And I hope that you're going to be here from start to finish. All right. So we're going to start now. And thank you so much because this actually is our, what I'm going to talk about, all right, is all about my expertise. That's actually entrepreneurial mindsetting, marketing, and business development. Okay, I'm going to start now. My screen sharing. All right. All right. I hope that you can see this very clear. So again, our topic for today, we're going to talk about actually my 3 modules under Go Negosyo. I don't know if you heard about Go Negosyo. It's under Joey Concepcion. And these actually, they keep on sending me, even through DTI or Department of Trade and Industry, all throughout the Philippines, talking about these 3 modules, no? So we're going to talk about the entrepreneurial mindsetting. I'm going to convince you guys, yeah, to become an entrepreneur. Your focus will be about entrepreneurship. I'm not saying that you stop your studies, okay? So I heard that most of you are students. And then next, we're going to talk about marketing. All right, this is very important. I actually had a lot of programs under AIM and also Ateneo de Manila University. And whenever I joined the entrepreneurship program, we're talking about marketing. So it's really all about marketing, who brings on the bay card. And then of course, the business improvement plan. Usually these are actually for the SMEs. All right, for those SMEs or for those small and medium enterprise who likes to improve their business. Okay, but then again, we're going to start it with convincing you to become an entrepreneur. All right, so this actually what we're going to have for today. So module 1, I mentioned already all about it, but this will be the topics that we're going to discuss, of course. And then entrepreneurship, the DNA, of course, these are actually the things. Ano ba itong mga tinatawag natin unique of these successful entrepreneurs? They have this common denominator, don't forget that. They have so much similarities. So check again later on if you have these similarities and characteristic. And then of course, the spotting business opportunities. Don't forget guys that it's not that if you like one product or one services and you saw that this company is selling more than the other, you're going to go also and push for that business. No. And of course, it's not just really about your passion. We really need to have the strategy and check all the research of different kinds of businessmen, of course, from different industries, so that we can check also ano ba talaga yung kumikitang kabuhayan. Alright? So, entrepreneurship concepts, the strategies, we're going to talk also about it. And then, inspirational ideas on entrepreneurship. Who are the successful businessmen here in the Philippines and also beyond? Alright? And so on and so on. So, guys, are you ready? And of course, as I mentioned, Module 2 and 3 is all about marketing and business development. If you're going to check here, we just launched actually our magazine, the Rising Tigers magazine recently. And these are just half of the leaders that we interviewed and also that we featured in the magazine. All of them, let's say 90% of them are entrepreneurs and very successful. And then 10%, okay, are employees. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying that hindi komot you're employed, you're not going to become successful. No. All right? If you're an employee. I'm not also discouraging everyone na just focus on your studies and then just like what happened to Bill Gates and also different successful entrepreneurs natin na hindi nakatapos na pag-aaral. No, I'm not saying that. Actually, studies and also our school is our plan B. We always needs that, okay? If our plan A actually is entrepreneurship, all right, we always have plan B. Ito yung if we're going to be failed in this venture, we have this. All right, so I'm pushing everyone, encouraging everyone to finish your studies. All right, and with this, maybe just 1% yung hindi nakatapos, but that's actually exceptional. Okay, not everyone became successful ng mga hindi nakatapos. Okay, we're not like Manny Pacquiao na super successful even though hindi siya nakatapos sa pag-aaral, right? And he just continued it after he became successful. It's very exceptional. Okay, so again, I'm encouraging everyone to finish your studies. Entrepreneurship actually is also, yes, part na passion, but then again, it's also a calling. So why marketing? Why we're going to discuss about marketing? Because first thing, if you have a very good product or services, you really need to share it to everyone so that you're going to have customers. And the customers will have an idea about your products and services. Even the services, ang tawag natin dito is products, all right? And why business development? Because if we already have the business, we need to improve it. Kanina, I had a discussion with Francis Kong. I hope that everyone have an idea with Francis Kong, the #1 motivational speaker here in the Philippines with 1.1 million followers online or on Facebook. For him, really, you need to keep on moving, moving, or in other words, innovating. Or innovation is the key if you need something, diba? Something like that. So again, don't forget, we're going to have this, the Module 2 and Module 3, reaching the outside world, that's marketing, and improving the existing business. All right, that's under the business development. Okay, so like this, I'd like to share first to you my background. Okay, yung introduction kanina ng ating MC, yung ating moderator, that's super very short, but I want to share something about who I am. All right. So if you're going to check this photo, these are all artists. Okay, but then again, if you check my poster, it says Engineer Grace Bondad Nicolas. Yes, I'm a graduate under BS Industrial Engineering. It just so happened that the course that I really love when we're actually nag-enroll with my mom during that time, not available in Laguna. I'm from Laguna, all right? So during that time, I asked my mom, okay, hindi available in Laguna the course that I really love, which is journalism. So I asked her, what's the hardest course and that's what I'm gonna have. And during that time, it's engineering. So that's why I'm an engineer. Okay, I took BS Industrial Engineering while my parents own a construction hardware. So after graduation, I didn't become an industrial engineer, but I actually established a civil engineering company, like building houses. I hired civil engineers, all the electricals, architects, and everyone else. That's the first company that I established because my parents also, it's an opportunity for me, owns a hardware company or construction company. They are actually the supplier side while I'm into labor side. Okay? But actually, it started when I was in grade 6, the entrepreneurial spirit that I have. Why? My parents are really into training the children. I'm the eldest in the brood of 3. We're all girls, actually, and I'm the eldest. Since grade 6, they actually asked me to help them in our store. So it's 3,000 square meters. It's just actually across our house. So it's very convenient. All right. My parents will woke up and then go to their store while us, I'm the eldest in the company of 3, the brood of 3, and they're just gonna ask me to join them. Magtatakal ng pako, I'm going to count the hollow blocks and all right? And during that time, I'm not really complaining because in my mind, this is ours. This is where my parents means of living or earning because of it. Really had I don't have complaints, in other words, all right? And that's grade 6. So I'm thinking during that time, they're really asking me also to help them. But if you're going to, go back on where I started, it's like, it's really the training. My parents really were training me to become an entrepreneur just like them. So I'm really grateful and thankful with the foundation that my parents taught me. Until now, I'm very grateful and thankful. Okay, it's also because I'm a woman, and with them during that time, di ba, pag lalaki, iba, and then pag girls, we're all girls in the family, 3 girls. So they keep on telling me, if others can do it, why can't you? Or if this man can do it, even you can do it better. So that's really the foundation that I had from my parents, and I'm grateful and thankful. And why this photo? Okay, it's really, as I mentioned, I built my company as as a contractor with the construction, and then eventually, ganun pala yun. If you already receive or accomplish all those things before, it's really about the passion. So I'm really a talker. I really love to be in spotlight. I love the songs of Lea Salonga. I'm a frustrated singer and a lot more. So when I had actually a chance and an opportunity, I told to myself, I'm gonna produce a concert. And this actually, not really the first concert that I produced, but this is one of the biggest. This was the 40th anniversary of Aliw Awards. Aliw Awards Foundation. I'm sure that you heard about it. So it's with the founder of Aliw Awards. I produced this. So that's why in the last group a show, they asked me to be on stage. So as you can see here, I'm with Pilita Corrales, I'm with the late Rico Puno, and a lot more. Imagine with Imelda Papin, di ba? And a lot more actually. We had Lea Salonga, we had ang daming artists. So the point here actually, if I'm also into law of attraction. If you're thinking about it, you can achieve it. Okay? Hindi siya pilit. It's really that when you have the means already, you can achieve everything, something like that. So this is me. I'm everything that you want me to be. And that's why it's like this. Who are you? So who are you? At the end of this talk, you're going to ask yourself, who are you and what's your capability? This is actually the question that I also ask myself when I'm just starting. But then again, as I mentioned, I keep on telling to everyone, I'm into public speaking, and if you're thinking that there's somebody who will judge you, you're gonna not get better, okay? You really need to have that mindset that you can reach everything and you will do, all right? So, again, who are you? Later on, let's ask you, okay? All right, so, ayan. So, for 2022, okay, as an entrepreneur, I actually launched a lot of businesses. And then one of the business that I launches, this one, if you're going to check, it's one of the billboard in EDSA. This is actually in Quezon City. But then again, it's a magazine. I launched a magazine. I'm the managing director now of Rising Tigers magazine, and it's in National Bookstore. If we're going to go to National Bookstore, there's only 4 magazines in the shelves. Okay, that's Lifestyle Asia, Tatler, and People Asia, and of course, Rising Tigers. I'm so grateful and thankful with all the support of everyone. We featured 50 Rising Tigers and Nation Builders in Asia Pacific here. Hindi pa namin nalalaunch, it's very successful already. So it's actually one of the dreams that I had before, and now I made that possible, okay? And then if you're going to check in your right side corner, this is my right, okay? That's a one whole page in the newspaper, Daily Tribune, about the event that we launched. That's actually, we launched it in Grand Hyatt. Okay, so why Grand Hyatt? I asked everyone, I want to have it launched in the most expensive hotels in Metro Manila, and that's Grand Hyatt. All right, because I want it big, big. I want all the featured leaders to feel that what they chose, the magazine, that they're there, that they're going to become like very proud of it, right? So that's why everything's planned, and we're very grateful for all the support of all these leaders. Okay, so this one, actually, if you're going to check the Men and Women Who Matter, that will be on June 22. And we're going to launch it this time in Shangri-La Fort. Okay, so again, making things happen. Once you put your mind into it, you're going to receive it. So that's the first thing about entrepreneurship, taking the risk. All right? Don't forget that. Okay, so let's talk about entrepreneurs. Sino ba yung entrepreneur? These are actually the people, okay, taking the risk, all right, in the process of having that entrepreneurship. Don't forget that being an entrepreneur, the main goal is to earn, or else it's a charity. It's not entrepreneurship. Again, who is entrepreneur? The entrepreneur is the one risking everything for a business, in a process and in the outcome to have a profit. Don't forget that. At the end, it must be earning. At the end, it must be about a profit. Or else, again, it's about charity. We're not risking a lot of things, our financial savings and everything else, para lang malugi. No, okay? We're risking. Yes, we're risking. But our main goal is really to get the goal, to have a profit. All right? That's entrepreneur. Okay. For me here, we're talking about the DNA, right? I mentioned kanina about the DNA. Again, what's the DNA? We heard so much about DNA. DNA is like the similarity. Di ba? We keep on watching movies with regards to DNA. Nagpa-DNA si daddy para makita kung anak nga niya yon. So, ibig sabihin, they have the similarity. So, we're talking about the business DNA here. Alright? When we say DNA, ano ba ang similarity ng mga successful entrepreneurs in the Philippines and beyond? Let's say one sample natin is your name. Okay, what do you think are the characteristic of let's say your name is Peachy. Okay, let's say Peachy. Later on, we're going to have actually an activity, but of course, because this is a continuous webinar, we're not going to have a stop. But at the end, still, I want you to have your pens and papers and do it at home. Okay, because it will help you a lot. Okay, again, talking about the DNA of a business, of a successful entrepreneur. For me, I'm going to use my name is Grace. Okay, grit. Why grit? And then responsible, adaptable, confident, and energetic. Again, for me, my DNA is grace. Later on your own, even now, you grab your paper and you put it in your mind and check the characteristic of an entrepreneur. Ano ba ito? For me, it's grit. Okay, the number one under my name is grit, letter G. Why grit? It's all about determination. Okay? Grit equals determination. When you have grit, nobody will stop you. Kahit yung tinatawag nila, no, when we say dito sa mga nagliligawan during that time na kapag you're so much in love, walang makakapigil, something like that. And that's what you call grit. Okay? Reaching for the best, getting for the goal, focus in that business, that's grit. All right, determination. You need to have a determination to succeed. Okay, kahit na sino pa telling you that you can't or you will not, dapat your mindset is really to get the goal. All right, your determination to succeed. May share ko lang, no, siguro if better kung hindi ako makakatulog, something like that, I will work more. Kaya lang, well, we are just human, so talagang inaantok tayo, di ba? Pero if I can work 10,000 times, not sleeping, I will do that just to reach my goal. Okay? What's nice, and if you think that you're successful, you're not successful. Okay? Because dapat palaging you have something to look forward to. All right? And that's also grit. All right? Determined to get or to achieve that product or services, determined to become successful. Okay? Again, you need to have grit. That's a DNA under me. Okay? Check yourself again, ano, if your name is Peachy, what is your letter P? All right? So, next is responsible. Okay, I'm also a contractor. I'm an engineer. All right? So, responsibility, accountability, you need to have that. Why? Okay, as a leader, as a contractor, na if you're going to check, hindi naman ako nagpipintura, di ba? I have painters with me, I have electrician with me. But then again, kapag nasira yung isang fence because of the paint, we're not going to tell that it's because of the painter. Okay? People will ikaw yung ituturo. They're gonna tell you, that's the contractor. So you need to have that responsibility. Okay? If you're going to check now, like what happened to AirAsia last time, yung bumagsak yung airplane, right? Who is the one in front? It's really the CEO of the company, not the marketing, not the business development head, not the director, but who was the one in front telling to everyone sorry of what happened. All right, because of that mischief, because of what happened in AirAsia, it's always the CEO because he was the one who was, all right, adaptable. Why adaptable? Okay, hindi komot nag-fail yung isang project, stop already. Alright, hindi komot nag-fail, and even your studies, nag-fail ka sa isang subject, you're not going to push through. Hello! Okay, don't forget that everyone has problem, everyone has challenges. So everyone, there might not be telling you or sharing the story of their failures or their challenges, but then again, everyone has it. Okay, so you need to become adaptable. As what they say, no, those people who are going to become successful are those who are adaptable, not those who are rich, not those who are educated, and not those who are smart, but those who are adaptable. What? To change. Okay, nagkaroon ng pandemic, are you going to stop? No, all right? You need to push to think of some more businesses, all right? I launched 2 companies when it's pandemic, and my company actually grew 300% because of it. We launched AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company in 2020. It's a beauty products, that's Rizzo Skin and also Glam High Cosmetics. That's lip tint, lip gloss, Rejuve, and soap. And then we launched also Immune C. Immune C is vitamins, okay? So, kailangan ng buong Pilipinas, not only the whole Philippines, but almost everyone, because of the global health crisis. So, we launched that product. vitamins, di ba? To boost our immune system. Alright? So again, the main point here, you need to become adaptable. Hindi ka dapat mag-stop because you're an entrepreneur. Alright? Kung wala kang janitor, ikaw ang magdinis niyan ng kalat dyan, alright? That's how flexible we are. That's how adaptable we are. Okay, and next is confident. It's like this. You're a public speaker and somebody asks you to do that because they trusted you and because they are thinking that you're a success and that you have that very good business, all right? You need to show confidence. And of course, put it in your mind that they're there to listen to you, to watch you, and of course, for you to coach them, to mentor them. Be confident. It's like this. All right. One sample also. I got a lot of invitations to talk publicly. I had with me Francis Kong. I had with me Chinkitan. They're very, very top two motivational speakers here in the Philippines. You know what my husband told me? Kasi before, palagi akong kinakabahan. What my husband told me, hello, they might be that popular, they might be that rich, they might be have that 1.1 million followers on Facebook, 1 million followers on Facebook. But then again, your experience is different from them. All right, you're an engineer, you're a contractor, you have that let's say a show at DCME, you can launch this, you can launch that, focus in your business and be confident because what you're telling, what you're sharing, that's you. Okay? With them, they have their own. They're confident on their experience and be confident on your own. And after that discussion with my husband, kulang na lang siguro kuhanin ko yung mic every time I'm on stage. Something like that. All right? So, again, if you're an entrepreneur, okay, push. All right? Don't be afraid. Take the risk. Failure is always there. There's no such thing as overnight success. If you're going to check Facebook, if you're going to check Bill Gates, Apple, what else? Sony, iPhone, and a lot more, palaging there's always failure at the start. Okay, maybe that's why you're an entrepreneur and you're a success because of those failures. Because without those failures, how are you going to become a successful successful person, right? There's always a failure. And it's always like that. Don't forget that. All right? So, again, be confident. Be confident that you're going to become a successful someday. It might not be now, but someday you will because of what? Because of grit, because of determination. All right? And lastly, again, don't forget, this is just me. I'm talking about this DNA of me. Okay? I don't know about you. But then again, start to make your own DNA kung what do you think are the characteristics of a successful person or a successful pitchy. Something like that. All right? So for me, energetic. Okay? How are you going to become successful if you're always sleeping? Or how are you going to become successful if parang palagi kang tired, palagi kang feeling lugi, something like that, no? If you're going to check Ayala, if you're going to check Ramon Ang of San Miguel, they're always there with good posture, very determined, very confident, and full of energy. Okay? You need to have that energy. So first, you need to become healthy also. All right? Again, those are the things under my DNA. So the question, what's your DNA? Okay, so next slide tayo. Okay, so this actually was the one that I mentioned to you. So guys, again, we're not going to have this activity now because there's no engagement, but have your papers and pencil and later on, you ask yourself, what's your DNA? This actually my activity during my Department of Trade and Industry program when they keep on asking me to do talks all around the Philippines. So I'm very grateful with TTI and also Go Negosyo. Again, baka makalimutan ko, tomorrow we're going to have a Go Negosyo event in Ayala Malls by the Bay. So you're going to meet a lot of mentors. We're like 200 mentors all successful, well, in the perception na successful businessmen, businesswomen, chairman, CEOs, and we're there actually tomorrow to mentor or to coach SMEs. So that's free. Go there. All right. So again, this is me, Grace, great, responsible, adaptable, confident, and energetic. What's yours? All right. Don't forget that. Think about it. Okay. Let me check first. Ayan, okay. Nakaskip ako kanina, alright? But I want to share again what I'm doing. I mentioned already about the construction, okay? And then the events management, we're the one actually who launches the Asia Digital Marketing Expo, Asia E-Commerce Expo, Asia Leaders Awards, Asia Leaders Forum. That's ours. It's our signature events. So that's why we're actually in different industries. You can be too. Okay, don't just focus in one basket as what they keep on telling us, di ba? From Warren Buffett, don't put your eggs in one basket kasi kung nag-fail yung isa, you still have some basket to get some gold, di ba? So in here, actually, these are not really planned. These are actually what me and my husband and my team are passionate about. Construction, I mentioned because of my background. Events management, I love parties, okay? And I love to meet a lot of people. Advertising, it's almost the same, right? So we're doing a lot of public relations. We're having different companies also for public relation, advertising, and consultancy. And then media. When I say media, I'm a contributing writer under the Manila Times. I'm writing for them for the business section. Well, it can be also lifestyle. I love lifestyle. And contributing also to different newspapers and magazines. And now, we have our own magazine. So that's Rising Tigers magazine. And it's quarterly and in National Bookstore. So we're very grateful and thankful. We also have like 2,000 bloggers, 2,000 media under us. So we can do press conference. All right? Okay, so that's actually what my company Tag Media Group is all about. Now, again, I mentioned, are you ready to become an entrepreneur? Because you need to have a DNA. Again, what is DNA? This is the similarity or the characteristic of those successful entrepreneurs. We are all the same. And then again, don't forget, you need to have a determination to succeed. And nobody can stop you. All right? When I say nobody, nobody. No one can stop you as long as you're determined and with grit. All right? Okay, and that's me again. So, one sample, okay, because again, being an entrepreneur, it's not just putting up a business. You need to solve a problem. All right? Again, being an entrepreneur, it's not just putting up a business. All right? But it's solving a problem. So, what's nice with Grab? Okay, how many of you actually already ride with Grab? Okay, because me, I have an office in Makati. For 5 years, I did a lot of things in Makati. So I use Grab. Okay, why I don't like taxi? It's like this. There are so many reasons why. Usually in taxi, whether we like it or not, hindi naman sa I'm against them, ang baho ng loob. Okay, sometimes amoy sigarilyo, ang dumi-dumi, that's one thing. Second, which is what's nice compared to Grab, meron kasi silang standard, no? I'm going to differentiate what's answers to or solution that Grab did for the Filipino people. Let's just put it here, just here in the Philippines, okay? Though it's a global, alright? It's a global brand, it's a global business, okay? Nasabi ko kanina with regards doon sa taxi and then the advantage of Grab. In Grab, they have a standard. Dapat ganitong model yung car, dapat ganito siyang kalinis, something like that, alright? And then, second, pag nakataxi ka and you're in Makati and you're working and then you're wearing heels, it's very hard for women. Why? Mag-aabang ka. Alright? So, una-unahan pa kapag may dumaan na taxi. Ang tagal mo doon, you're there for like 1 hour and then biglang may mauuna sa'yo. Diba? Super, super nakaka-disappoint. But with Grab, and you have this app, you don't need really to go down right away from your 16th floor office. Why? Because they will tell you if they're there already. And they're not going to get any more passengers but you. How relaxing, right? So number three, usually in taxi, they're really going to ask you pa na, and there are a lot of issues with regards to payment. Okay, like hindi napipindot yung meter, and then what, mapapadagdag ng additional. I'm not against the taxi, it's just I'm sharing about my experience, all right? But with Grab, you know already how much are you going to pay. Kung wala kang pera, huwag ka mag-Grab. Because you're going to check already if it's going to be like 150 pesos or 200 pesos from your destination. Okay? It's like this. So I already stated three disadvantage and advantage, but then again, it's just me. Again, we're solving a problem when you're putting up a business. Hindi yung basta nakapag-put up ng business ka lang. You need to solve a problem. At ano ang na-solve ng Grab? Okay, it's not really, hindi problem yung IT eh. Hindi, it's not because of the app. Ang daming na-solve ni Grab, what? Convenience. That's one thing also. If a lot of people can pay, we like convenience. If the difference is only like 50 pesos and we have 50 pesos, sample like that, especially if you're manager, if you're really earning that much, what is 50 pesos? We really like to have convenience. Okay, so that's one sample kung anong na-solve ni Grab. Alright, convenience. Alright, so I hope that nagkaroon kayo ng idea with regards to the business on how are you going to be in that business. You need to solve a problem. Okay? Why Immune C ang nilaunch namin during pandemic? Why vitamins? Because yun ang nakita natin, the drop down of the immune system. So, it's super saleable. We're in different clinic, we're in a different hospitals. We supply it a lot to different stores. Okay? So, we solve a problem. Alright? So, again, what problem are you going to solve? Okay? Next slide tayo Okay, spotting the business opportunities. Again, there are 3 tips to spot the business opportunity. Law of supply and demand. Nakita naman natin, transportation also. It's a big problem here in the Philippines, di ba? Nakapila, 10, 20 people, and then isa lang yung darating na taxi. It's very hard at nasolusyonan yon ng Grab. I'm not promoting Grab, but again, we saw already the difference. Ano ang nasolusyonan? My main point is for you to check also what problem are you going to solve to put up a business. All right? And then the competition. If we're going to check, there are a lot of events company. There are a lot of vitamins around. Competition will always be there. But then again, you have a determination to succeed. There's 100% in one pie. What if in 110 million, no? If you're just going to get like 10% of that pie, you're already a success. Diba? 100 million, so that's like what? 10% is 10 million, diba? You're already a success. We don't need to penetrate everything and everyone. Let's just get a portion of it and we're going to become successful. What's the first thing that we need to do? Okay, of course, to start the business, to take the risk. Okay? So, location. Location, location, location. Don't forget. If you're in a province, you really need to have something with you that you think your target clients are there. Diba? Grab, not really that big, especially in Laguna. Okay? Hindi pa nakakarating yung Grab, wala pang umiikot dito. But from Manila, maybe going to Laguna, if you're going to pay, let's say 1,000, 1,500, it's up to you. Okay? But then again, it's up to you if you're going to establish a business in your vicinity. You really need to have that research and strategy. Okay? Check the location. Check these 3 tips. Law of supply and demand, ano ba yung kailangan doon sa location? And then the competition, baka naman katabi mo yung construction company or yung hardware. career. Huwag ka na dun tumabi. Lumayo-layo ka naman. And that's why if you're going to check big companies like Jollibee, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Alpha Mart, McDonald's, those kind of companies, hindi naman sila usually, okay, in one branch of McDonald's, lumalayo naman yung second branch, especially if it's franchise. Tinatabihan na lang ng competition. Okay? It only means to say that sobrang saleable in that area. So those are the things that you need to check in putting up your business. Okay? These are the 3 tips again. Law of supply and demand. Marami pa dito na nangangailangan ng product. Well, you launch it there, okay? Kung wala naman demand, huwag ka doon mag-launch kasi wala kang customer. And we're going to discuss that later in marketing. And then competition, don't forget, competition is there. We cannot control it. All right? What we're just going to do is innovate. We always need to become greater every year. Do something different every year or else para nakakasawa, di ba? So again, don't forget law of supply and demand, competition, and location. These are the 3 tips to spot a business opportunity. All right? Okay. As an entrepreneur, you need to have the right attitude or the right mindset. That's why we're having this webinar. Okay? I want to encourage everyone to have that mindset, determined mindset. Okay? Fight, and fight lang. Why? Because everyone has a problem. Everyone has a problem personal. Everyone has a problem in business. But then again, we need to survive. Nothing to do in this life but to survive. Okay, what are the things to have this right entrepreneurial mindset? Okay, able to work without supervision. You're a leader if you can do a lot of things alone. Okay, you don't need any other people to help you out. Okay, that's first thing. Second, quick decision making. Hindi pwede tayong analysis paralysis. We like to launch a magazine. Yung competition mo likes to launch a magazine also. Alright? So, ang kailangan natin dito, mabilisan also. Okay? Get those people around you to support you and launch it. Okay? But then again, don't forget, you need to plan. Hindi naman pag sinabi kong launch it tomorrow. Alright? Have a plan and a deadline. Okay? Hindi pa pwedeng 1 year mo nang pinaplan. Okay? So, need to have a quick decision making. Alright? Remove the analysis paralysis syndrome. Okay? And focus also. Don't forget, focus on your project. If you like to become an entrepreneur, like putting up what? Let's say a salon, research about salon, okay, and then be familiarized. And check also if you like to become your own, it's gonna be your own business or a franchise. Right now, Ray's Haircutters, we're friends. They're having this different kinds of franchise, all right, from I think 299,000 up to 2 million. It's up to you. There are a lot in the market, okay? So again, don't forget focus. What else? Self-motivate. Again, it's just me here motivating you, inspiring you. Pero teka muna, okay? You really need to have that determination on your own. Okay, in your mindset, you need to become what? To become a superstar on your own. Okay, what are you going to what? Convince other people, but you're not convinced yourself? Diba dapat you're convinced muna before you convince others, something like that. Okay? Be determined, start with your own mindset. Having the right attitude is the key. Okay? Next slide tayo Okay, let's differentiate now. Siguro naman, ngayon, you have an idea na what entrepreneur and what entrepreneurship is all about, the difference. You're an entrepreneur, the person. Okay, if you're going to check here, I want you to answer this in your mind. Okay, here entrepreneurship is a continuous economic process which recognizes the need to change, while entrepreneur is the key person to initiate the change. Again, at the last one, it's all about earning or else you're doing a charity. We're not having a business here, just a pro bono or we're just giving it away. Iba pa yun. Okay, if we're very successful, that's called CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Again, I want to share this. You cannot give what you don't have. If you're very successful already, you can share. Okay? Not right now. If you don't have anything with you, how are you going to share? Diba? So here, let's differentiate entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. So here, if you're going to check your screen, entrepreneurship is the process. What is entrepreneur? Anong ginagawa? Anong tawag dito sa gumagawa nitong process? Processor. Okay? So, ito yung sasagutin nyo. Okay? Entrepreneurship, etong process, creation, organization, decision-making, initiative, leadership, and motivation. That's entrepreneurship. That's a process, alright? So, ano naman ang entrepreneur? Anong tawag dito sa gagawa nito mga to? Anong tawag sa initiator nito mga to? In the process, it's processor. While in creation, anong tawag sa'yo as an entrepreneur? Creator. And then organization. Okay. Ikaw yung nag-organize nito. Okay. Anong tawag sa'yo? Organizer. And then decision maker. Kung entrepreneurship ang decision maker, again, it's a process, no? Anong tawag sa'yo sa gagawa nito? Decision maker. Alright? Initiative. Anong tawag sa'yo? Initiator. And then leadership. What is an entrepreneur? Anong tawag sa kanya? Leader. And then lastly, if the process is motivation, anong tawag sa'yo? Motivator. Okay, so nakita nyo right away what's the difference between entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. Alright, so don't forget that. Okay, next slide. We're supposed to have a case study, but I'm going to discuss this so that you have, again, an idea about being a successful entrepreneur. So this actually Victoria Court and then Steve Jobs and Starbucks. What do you think yung similarity nila, the DNA, among these three? In your mind, okay, eto yung Victoria Court, I'm sure in your mind, motel, di ba? But don't forget, these are successful motels. Alright, itong Victoria Court. One of the billionaires in the Philippines also is Archie King, and he owns Victoria Court. And now, the one handling are the children. Archie King, and there's another one. Okay, so don't forget that. We're talking about business here. We're talking about successful entrepreneurs. So Victoria Court, Steve Jobs, okay? I have my iPhone with me. So iPhone, of course, Apple, that's Steve Jobs. One of the successful in this lifetime, di ba? Because of Apple. And then Starbucks. Sino sa inyo hindi pa nakakainom sa Starbucks at hindi pa nakakapunta? Cheers. Okay? Later on, after this, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. So again, what's the similarity of these three? The similarity, hindi sila nag-start na success right away. There's determination and grit. Okay, kita naman natin story ni Steve Jobs, di ba? Super kick out sa school. Kick out ba tawag doon? Yung, in other words, hindi nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral and then grab the opportunity right away during that time. Together, that's also the time of Bill Gates. And then Victoria Ford. A lot of people, okay, nilalahat ko na, alright, wants to have that aesthetic. Okay, and that's why Victoria Court was very, very successful. Of course, during the pandemic, nag-stop everything, di ba? We all know that. But then again, alam natin that they're successful. And why Starbucks? Okay, we know also the story. What's nice, dun sa case study, I'm supposed to share to you all. This is actually my case study under Ateneo when I took the marketing or entrepreneurship in Ateneo last time. I had this case study. But again, we're talking about this because of their success. Okay, so check here. If you're going to check in Victoria Court, rates are higher if you're going to compare it with any other motels. There's thematic room, di ba? Merong Star Wars, may Cinderella, and a lot more. And then, they have billboards also, a lot of billboards in Pasig. In C5, you can see it. And then what else? They have the loyalty card. All right. Why I know that? They became my client also. All right. So the loyalty card, the more na napupunta ka, you're going to have something. Ganon. Well, it's the same thing if you're going to check with Starbucks. Di ba they have also the loyalty card that you like to have, especially during Christmas, kasi you like to have that small books. Di ba? That, ano ba yun, mga diary ba yun? Planner. Oh, that's a planner. We like loyalty cards. Okay, it's very relaxing, even though it's super, super duper expensive in Starbucks. What? 90 pesos until 170 pesos. While people keep on telling us na ang coffee raw parang lugaw, yung tubong ni lugaw, di ba? If I don't know my coffee right now, this came from my kid. If it is 3-in-1, I'm sure this is only like 12 pesos and 20 pesos, di ba? And in one package, maybe you can buy like 170 pesos in just one package. But if you're going to go to Starbucks, why? It's super expensive. And yet, you're patronizing it. Okay, we're not just talking about the brands here. We're really talking about what? The same as with Grab. Ano? Letter C. We're talking about, even though they're very, very expensive, my iPhone, I bought this, I think it's like 150,000. This is iPhone 13 Pro Max, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, iPhone 13 Pro Max for like 150, 160,000. And why we're doing that kung meron namang mura? Letter C, I mentioned it kanina. So again, it's because of convenience. Diba? Everything, my write-up, I'm writing, remember? Everything, etc., etc., I'm using my phone. This actually is like the first time I'm using my laptop talking to you guys. Okay? Although my laptop, okay, it's MacBook Air, kulay pink from my husband. Thank you so much, husband. I'm not really using the laptop. For me, even though it's MacBook Air, may feeling parang it's super heavy pa rin. I can bring my phone everywhere even though it's expensive. So, and while we're in Victoria Court, even though it's expensive kasi much exclusive maybe, mas masarap ang food, than Soho. O umamin yung mga nagpupunta sa Soho dyan and also dyan sa Victoria Court. Okay, that's reality. And our point here, success. Alright? And why Starbucks, even though it's super duper expensive, 90 pesos to 170 pesos, it's because of, again, convenience. Diba? And also the people, when you're there, they're going to tell you, gonna ask you pa from the barista, hi ma'am, how are you? How's your day? And then, of course, as what they keep on telling us, it's status symbol na raw if you're in Starbucks. But then again, they're super, super duper successful. They chose the location. They actually filled the gap, the problem, okay, the convenience when having a coffee, something like that, okay? And also with Victoria Court, the exclusivity, because it's expensive, not everyone can be there, something like that. So nakita nyo right away, the common denominator of these three brands. Okay, that's what the DNA of success. All right. So let's go now to marketing. Okay, this actually the first launch that we did. These are the magazine. Okay, so we're very thankful with our cover photo. I don't know if you heard about Front Row. So Front Row, both of the owners are our cover photo. You can check also their billboards all around the Metro Manila, as in super dami. Diba? And now, if you're going to check, we have 2 billboards in EDSA, thanks to Front Row. And not only that, with JC Premier, if you pass by in Guadalupe and you're going to check in the right side, going to North, the JC Premier billboard, our logo, the Asia Leaders Awards logo, is in the right side. So we're very grateful. Last year, actually, it's also there, our logo with the tok-tok. Ayan. We're thankful with all the leaders with us because they're trusting our company. And with this, so it's all about business, business, business. That's why we're here. Okay, this actually really worked out to be in National Bookstore, and we even invited the owner of the company, the owner of National Bookstore, in our launch in Grand Hyatt last time. And we're very thankful for the support of the managing director. And again, why I'm talking about it, because we're in marketing now, the module 2. Okay? So I hope that na-convince ko kayo sa module 1 natin, which is all about entrepreneurial mindsetting, because I want to convince you to become entrepreneur. But then again, please finish your studies. Okay? Yung entrepreneurship kasi, usually, is just like when you already reach your success or you already tried different industries or different jobs sometimes, and a lot of people in entrepreneurship or nagiging entrepreneur, especially during this pandemic. Why? Nawalan ng trabaho, di ba? And because you already know everything you needs to know, like you already, of course, you have the course, you have the job before, tapos nawalan. The innovation daw kasi is the mother. The need is the mother of invention, something like that. No? Parang ganun din ang innovation. So, entrepreneurship is the way to be. Okay, and why marketing right now? What is marketing? Marketing actually is to reach out your target clients so that they will patronize your products or services. The main objective of marketing is for them to buy from you. Okay, so how are we going to do that? In the magazine, of course, we have ads. So we had like from TikTok, Skin Magical, Gluta-Lipo, Front Row, and a lot more inside. Okay? That's one way to do marketing to reach your target clients. Like if you guys here, everyone here, I'm going to send a free magazine. Of course, makikita nyo, di ba? So, na-reach ko kayo. Now, it's the time for you if you're going to try it, the products and services. So, that's marketing, reaching out. Okay? Let's go now. Two main types of marketing. Okay, there's like B2B and B2C. Okay, yun ang explain natin ngayon. What is B2B? B2B is one sample. By the way, this is our product, the Immune C that we launched during pandemic in December 2020. And I'm again grateful to all our distributors. And that's why our company grew to 300% even during pandemic. And yes, that's me. All right? Okay, the two types of marketing is B2B and B2C. Ano ba yung B2B? B2B, ito yung, ikaw yung nagmamanufacture, sample natin to, ikaw yung nagmamanufacture, and then si AAA Trading and Cosmetics ang maglo-launch ng product mo. So that's B2B. Business ka as a manufacturer, and then si AAA Trading Company, which is one of my company, okay, si AAA Trading and Company, siya naman yung client ni manufacturer, pero business pa rin kasi ang B2C is yung siya naman yung magbebenta sa customer. Oh, gets nyo yon? Again, the difference between B2B and B2C. B2B, which means business to business. B2C, business to consumers. Okay? Yung B2B, one sample natin, si manufacturer ng Immune C, di ba? Siya yung gumagawa. Tapos sa AAA Trading Company, ito yung company ko, ako yung nagpagawa sa kanya. 'Di ba? So, ang tawag doon, B2B. Okay? Ano naman yung B2C? Ito naman yung B2C, si AAA Trading and Company, nagpunta sa butika. Okay? Actually, ano pa rin yung B2B? Ano na lang, i-direction na lang natin sa consumer. Si Peachy, bumili kay AAA Trading Company. So, yon yung B2C, business to consumer. Okay? So, nakita natin yung difference ng B2B and B2C. Business to business and business to consumer. So, again, it's up to you now. Saan ka dito? Are you going to become the manufacturer in the future? Or you're going to become the consumer, the business to consumer? For me, it's like, pwede ako mag-B2B. Paano nangyari? Ako, papuntang butika. Kasi yung butika naman, yung B2C. Business niya going doon sa consumer. Diba? Nakita nyo rin yung difference. I can be also a B2B, diba? From a seller, let's say distributor ako yung distributor, business to business, going to the butika, 'di ba? So business to business siya. And then from the butika to the consumer, yun yung business to consumer. All right? So that's two main types of marketing. All right. So we're calling now this one, marketing mix, which is very, very important. Okay? This is the 4 P's of marketing na tinatawag. Again, this is very, very important kasi to become a success in your business, the 4 P's of marketing, or what we're calling the marketing mix. So what is the marketing mix? Ito yung product, place, price, and promotion. Okay, you're not going to have a business if you don't have a product or services. Diba? What is product? Okay, yung product natin dito, yung Immune C. Example na natin sa Immune C. Yun yung product. Okay, everything about the product. Like, masarap ba yan? Gaano ba yung kalaki? Ano yung packaging niyan? Ilang piraso yan? Those are the things that comprise the product. Okay? And then, let's see here the price. The price, the Immune C price is 260 pesos. Okay? But if you are a reseller, I can give it to you for 250. Parang ganun. Sample lang to You're going to have the 10 pesos profit. Diba? Again, don't forget, you're going to become an entrepreneur if you already have the profit. Okay? Or else, you're donating, you're a donor. Okay? We're not doing this for the charity. Okay? In a business, we need to have a profit. Okay? That's why also we're discussing the marketing. Because without the marketing, nobody will get your product or services. Kasi hindi nila alam. Marketing is all about promotion. So ano ba itong promotion? This actually reaching your target client also. Whether via TV, what else? Via radio, billboards. Si Front Row, so many billboards. And also si Pop Talk, and also si JC Premier, right? So what else? The place. Where are you going to put up your business? The same as with Jollibee. As I mentioned to you, kada kanto pwede magkaroon. Basta may may distansya. And then, if you are McDonald's naman, tabihan mo. Because it means to say, Jollibee did a lot of research already and they're very successful already in that place. So, tinatabihan. If you're going to check, nandun din palagi si McDonald's, nandun din palagi si Mang Inasal, di ba? So, yun yung place natin na tinatawag. And also the distribution. Jollibee, let's say in Quezon City, ang laki ng Quezon City, we're in Quezon City, in Morato, there's Jollibee. So, yun yung distribution mo, the place. Okay? Kasi why? So many people in Tomas Morato. So many people, let's say, in Ayala, Alabang. Something like that, di ba? So, these are the 4 marketing mix na kailangan natin to put up a business and also on how are we going to launch our business. You need to know these 4. Okay, what else? The promotion I mentioned also, it can be like what? Promotion on TV, I mentioned that already, on radio, in magazine, what else? Using bloggers or vloggers, di ba? Right now, they're using TikTok to promote the product and services. So these are the 4 P's that you need to know, okay? Again, what are the 4 P's? Product, price, place, and promotion. Okay? Slide tayo. So, again, with regards to marketing segment, hindi komot 100 million Filipinos ang nandito sa atin. Okay? Lahat yung target clients mo, no. Okay? May target client ka. Like, let's say, meron kang, sample natin, salon. Okay? Yung salon, hindi mo naman target client everyone. Not the baby, not really the daddy. Sometimes we really need to have this market segmentation na tinatawag. Okay, that's why, sample natin again salon, no? That's why merong mga barbershop. Okay, merong pang girls lang. Merong pang kids lang. We're very, very focused kung sino lang yung target client natin. Like for Immune C. Yung Immune C, the vitamins that I shared kanina, it's not for children. Okay, that's for adults, 18 to what? 65 to 70 to 80. My mom's, she's 72 right now and she's drinking that. Okay, so may kanya-kanya tayong segmentation, may kanya-kanya tayong target clients or target consumers or target natin na kailangan pagbilhan. And that's why we're going to talk about the market segmentation. Okay, well, let's see here, the first one. We have this, the geographic. Why geographic? Okay, if your, a lot of your raw materials are in Laguna, okay, it's very easy for you also to sell it in Laguna. Okay, you can put up your business in Laguna because your raw materials are in Laguna or your target client is in Laguna. Okay, if you're going to check here, we have here the geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. Okay, bakit? Okay, halimbawa Jollibee, if you're in Los Baños, you're not going to deliver it naman, let's say, in Makati. There's also Jollibee in Makati. So, dito ka lang nakalimit. Okay, don't forget that. That's why it says here, the zip code, the city, the country, the population density. You need to understand everything, all right? The climate, the time zone, the dominate language. Okay, nakaintindihan tayo sa geographic. All right? Again, let's say if you are in a very hot country, one sample lang nito magbebenta ka ba ng maraming jacket? 'Di ba hindi, 'di ba? Something like that. Population density, how many people are in that area? Okay, the city, the climate, the time zone, and then let's talk about the demographic, okay? Mas marami, let's say, in Pampanga, mas marami dong, in Pampanga kasi, and also in Subic, we have a lot of ATAs in that area also, no? Especially also in Baguio, we have lots of that. So we're going to take also advantage to understand the demography of one city, of one area. So in here, we have age. We're going to discuss age, gender, income, occupation. Let's say, with regards to Jollibee, sa Calauan, Laguna, let's say, not in Calauan, Laguna, we still don't have Jollibee in Calauan, Laguna. Let's say in Bay, because right now, boundary of Bay in Calauan, going to Santa Cruz, si Jollibee. Alright? In Bay, bakit nandun yung Jollibee? Bakit hindi nasa isang maliit na purok? Because we know the demographic dun sa mga taong yun, halimbawa nasa farm. Are they going to buy, are your target clients? Diba? Pinag-aaralan kasi yan eh. Alright? So, obviously not. Kasi wala tayong makikitang Jollibee sa mga malalapit sa mga farm. Alright? Usually, nasan sila? Nasa mga cities. Alright? Psychographic, values, goals, needs, plain points, hobbies, personality traits, interests, political party affiliation, sexual orientation. And one sample dito na maganda yung hobbies. Alright, we're going to check also, halimbawa puro managers or puro directors with the capacity to enroll sa isang gym. Gym kasi yung negosyo natin, kunwari, no? Are we going to put up ba ito dito sa maraming nagtatrabaho na ang capacity and ability to pay, like they have like 50 to 100,000 monthly salary, something like that? The answer is yes. Because they are our target clients. Like itong mga young professional. That's why if you're going to check in different buildings right now, especially in Makati or in Quezon City, may mga gym. Bakit? They are very in a hurry, these people, and they have work, they have jobs, they have the ability and the capacity to pay. And that's why a gym, like fitness first, makikita mo sa mga buildings or sa mga office buildings. Alright, that's just one sample. Okay, behavior. Okay, let's check here. The purchasing power, the brand, okay, yan nga, spending power, purchasing power, the action, the customer loyalty. Ito, yung pwede rin natin, isample natin dito, ang Starbucks. Alright, why mga Starbucks ay nasa mga building? Because, again, okay, pagod tayo. That's why later on, I mentioned to my children, we're going to go to Starbucks later on after this talk. Something like that. So para makapag-relax and makahigop naman ng kakaibang kape. Okay, and that's why Starbucks are all around dun sa mga office buildings. Alright? We need to have a market segmentation. Hindi pa pwede na we have Starbucks, basta na lang natin ilalagay sa farm. No, hindi ganun yung case. Alright? We need to do a lot of research. We need to segment, paliitin natin kung sino ba talaga itong ating mga target clients. Alright? Okay. Okay, we're actually tapos na tayo sa ating module 1 and also sa module 2. This actually is the module 9 or module 10 under Go Negosyo. Okay, but then again, as I mentioned, I keep on having this kind of presentation. Siguro last year, I had like 20 to 30 presentation with regards to business improvement plan. But then, what I heard that we have more students watching or listening right now in YouTube or maybe on Facebook. I'm going to discuss it very briefly. The business improvement plan, ito yung meron tayong nakasetup na business and that we need to improve. Okay, bakit na kailangan natin improve? Pwedeng halimbawa, one sample, hindi kumikita. Pangalawa, we need to innovate and we don't know what to do. And then, we're checking that we need to add more people. So, ito ay nakasegmentize naman into different categories. Like, let's say, ano ba yung spending habits natin? Ano ba yung expenses natin? Dito nakasulat yan sa business improvement plan para makita natin how are we going to improve. Pangalawa, we're going to check also the organizational chart. Okay? If we really need to have the marketer or we really need to have the social media person, kasi right now, social media all around. Don't forget that 75 million Filipinos are online or on Facebook. Pero pa rin wala sa Facebook. I met a lot of people dun nga sa farm kasi we have a farm. It's called Hidden Hills Farm by Josefino. And there are a lot of indigents and illegal settlers in the area and they really don't have the cell phone. Maybe meron silang cellphone pero hindi yung mga tinatawag nating we can have Facebook, something like that, no? Kasi you can even buy a usual ordinary cell phone for how much right now? Like 1,000. Maybe they even don't have that kind of support or money to buy the cell phone, no? So, yun, meron pa rin mga tao na walang cellphone. So, that's why maybe 75 million Filipinos, well, what's nice, 75 million Filipinos, I can't afford to buy the cell phone. And if we're going to check the two telcos, the big telcos that we have right now, the Globe and also the Smart, more than 100 million ang naka-online. And why? If we are only 100 million Filipinos also, it's because maybe dalawa-dalawa naman yung cellphone. Okay, meron ka ng may isang nakagamit ng Smart, tapos merong nakagamit ng Globe. So if you're going to combine, it's really more than, okay, 100 mil, parang 100% no? Because that's actually the, pag pinagsama mo, dalawang telco, people are really using two phones. Ako isa lang, it's very hard for me. Alright? So, and again, meron pa tayong tinatawag dito sa business improvement plan, yung tinidiscuss ko actually are the categories or the things inside the business improvement plan if we have already the business. Okay? Financially also, the financial statement or the financial documents, we also need to discuss here. Kasi we're going to check what are our plans. I keep on asking everyone, all the mentees that I have, we need to have a plan A and plan B. Why? Don't forget, guys, even though the economy right now nag-open and we are in alert level 1, we're still in pandemic, Don't forget that. It just so happen right now, hindi na tayo masyado takot na takot that we can have a lot of events and that we can have press con face-to-face and what else? We can open up the hotels 100% capacity, 80, 90, 100% capacity. That's already a plus point. It's very convenient. But then again, don't forget, we're still in pandemic. Okay? Hindi pa total na wala ang case ng COVID. At kanina nga may nabasa pa ako, no, na in 2 months daw, maybe after election, that's why, ay baka mag-surge ulit ang COVID or any other variants ng COVID. We don't know. Diba? But again, don't forget, we need to have a plan A and plan B if we're going to have the business improvement plan or business development plan, because right now we still don't know what will happen after a year or after 2 years. Again, because we're still in pandemic. Let's say plan A natin, kung wala ng pandemic, ano yung gagawin natin? Kung wala yung pandemic, we're going to check what we did before the pandemic. We're just going to continue it or we're going to innovate. Don't forget, may mga bago nag-operate or nagsulputan na bagong companies during pandemic. And again, yun also are our competition or competitors. So, they keep on innovating. That's what we need to do also. We keep on innovate. All right? We need to have a plan A and plan B. And the plan B, if we're still in this pandemic, what are we going to do again? All right? Are we going to continue it? Are we still going to have this social distancing? Are we still going to have this a lot of online transaction? We need to have that here in business improvement plan. All right? Again, we need to have a plan A and plan B. Before the pandemic, are we just going to continue it? Na kunwari walang pandemic. And then the plan B, we are in pandemic. And then what if in 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, we're still in pandemic? What will be our plans? That's what you're going to do in this business improvement plan. If you guys have a business already. Okay? And if you don't have a business already, at least you know some insights with regards to this. Okay? Kung ano napaloob dito sa business improvement plan. And again, innovate, innovate, and innovate. Your competition are just there. But what makes you different with your competition? Your innovation. One sample. Bakit si Nokia number one before? Before, with 15,000 worth, 20,000, 27,000 worth of Nokia, nagkaroon ako noon in my college. It's super, super expensive. Okay? Pero teka, bakit nawala? Right? Kahit na siguro pagbenta ng 5,000, yung Nokia gadget, parang walang bibili. Diba? First, it's not really that competitive. If you're going to check the Samsung and also the iPhone, and even we have like Oppo and a lot more, they're very competitive and their cost what, 5,000, 3,000 meron na. So what happened? Because lack of what? Innovation. So again, innovate, innovate, innovate. All right? So this actually, I take last 3 pages. Surround yourself with leaders. You know this person, this is Robert Laurelio Paco. He is actually the grandson of our former president, Jose P. Laurel, and one of my mentors. So we had this photo shoot of pictorial for him for Bloomberg, and I'm the one who arranged it. Before, actually, I worked with him as his Chief Operations Officer in one of his theme park in Bohol. And I'm super, super, super enjoying everything. And then when I resigned, he even made me a consultant. And that's like 10 years ago. Okay? So I'm very, very thankful with the people surrounding me right now. We're business partners now. A lot of my companies, we're together, and that's why you're going to see him in all of my events, in all of my meetings. And since then till now, we're together, business partners, with a lot of leaders with me. It's like this, no? I want to share this. People keeps on telling us, if you're the smartest man or woman in that one room, you're in the wrong room. Okay, kasi there's no grow. Diba? Hindi ka mag-grow, but you need to have somebody with you. You need to have mentors with you. Kanina, I mentioned, before this activity, I had a discussion with Francis Kong. So Francis Kong is the #1 motivational speakers in the Philippines with 1.1 million followers on Facebook. Hindi siya magkakaroon ng ganung kalaking followers if he's not good. That's first thing, right? What he mentioned, because I asked him about success, and he mentioned, you need to keep on moving. All right? For me, when he mentioned that, it's about innovation. Kasi when you say innovation, you did something different from the previous or from the current that you're doing. You innovate. Diba? You need to keep on doing something different. So it's the same thing with what Francis Kong mentioned, diba? You keep on moving. Sinong nakapanood sa inyo nung may zombie with Brad Pitt? Diba? I forgot the name of that. Parang World War C. Ang sinabi doon sa idea that you need to move, kapag nagstay ka raw, makakagat ka or mai-infect ka ng zombie. So that's why you really need to keep on moving. Don't forget, innovation is the key to success. Alright? Doon din papasok yung business development plan. Doon din papasok yung marketing. Alright? Kasi you keep on doing something different from the previous and from the current thing that you're doing. Again, innovate, 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 and surround yourself with leaders. Ayan. This actually is my takeaway to all of you, and I hope that you learned so much from the 2020 25 slides that I shared. Okay, to be successful, you need to be a visionary. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm successful kasi according to Francis Kong, if you think that you're successful, it's stopped already, 'di ba? So, I'd like to tell to everyone, if you want to achieve that thing na their mindset na successful, you need to become a visionary. What is visionary? You need to have a goal na, or again, determination and grit that you're going to have it no matter what. That's actually me. Okay, here talking to you. First, you need to have a passion. If you're going to check, I'm an engineer. I did a lot of construction buildings in UP, in FPRDI, residential, and I enjoyed it so much. All right? I enjoyed every industries I'm with. With Robert Yupanco, he owns the 5 theme parks in the Philippines. And I mentioned to you, I'm the COO and now we're business partners. Diba? 5 theme parks, that's under the tourism industry. And I super enjoyed in tourism industry. Network, 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 network. If you have 5 friends with you, dagdagan mo ng leaders. Okay, dagdagan mo ng leader of this company, dagdagan mo ng this person who is influential. Anong sabi nila? If you are with 5 leaders, maybe you're the 6. Diba? Again, don't stop. Alright? I keep on mentioning kanina pa, innovate, innovate, innovate. Don't stop. Even though nag-retire ka na, still continue what? To study, to learn something, and to put up different businesses. My business partners, even during pandemic, put up different companies. I put up 2 companies during pandemic, and I don't stop. Okay, number 3. Number 3, not number 3. Lastly, okay, do it now. Stop the analysis paralysis and do it now, because nobody knows if you're still alive tomorrow. If you can still do it tomorrow, nobody knows. So, what's stopping you? What's hindering you to not do it now? 'Di ba? Do it now. Again, ayan. So, thank you so much, everyone. And I hope na, ayan, that's actually my numbers, my contact details. And I hope that you learned so much for this afternoon under me, Engineer Grace Bondat Nicolas, okay, of Tag Media Group. Okay, back to you guys, Ace Commerce. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right. So thank you so much for that insightful talk, Miss Grace. And as someone interested in how to become a full-fledged entrepreneur, I could really apply the tips and lessons learned today when I begin a career in the future. So now let's all have a quick 1-minute break before we move on to our Q&A session. So I know you guys have questions about the topic today. So if you have any questions, feel free to chat it there on YouTube. Thank you. Okay, so I know a lot of you are looking forward to ask questions to know more about the topic today. So we are now opening the floor to some questions. So Liam will be the one to address you during the Q&A portion. So please send your questions through the live chat box there on YouTube. So hi Liam.
Hi everyone, I'm Liam, a community associate at Ace Commerce, and I will be the host for today's question and answer portion. I know you guys have a lot in mind, and I know that the topic today will help you a lot with your businesses. So please do not be shy to send your questions in the YouTube chat box. While waiting for more questions to come in, someone actually sent a question earlier. Here, he is curious to know how do you handle problems and struggles of your business? Engineer Grace.
Okay. There are so many problems and challenges, especially during pandemic, no? But really, the main problem is always about the manpower, okay? Especially those leaving us. It's always there's a replacement. There's no permanent in this world, diba? So again, handling the problems, replace. And again, one sample, let's say one sample, sa events management po, it's very hard to maintain these people kasi not every time naman may events, di ba? So, one thing, you need to replace, you need to get also on-calls people with you. That's one answer to that problem. Another question, another problem, no? With regards dun sa distribution ng mga products and services, just continue to do the marketing. It's always about marketing to reach your target clients. Kasi if you have it only by yourself, again, as I mentioned kanina, you cannot really reach your target consumers. So promotion. We're very heavy in terms of bloggers. As I mentioned, we have 2,000 bloggers under us. We spend. Hindi pa pwede magkaroon ka ng marketing without spending. There's no free media. That's first thing. Even in Facebook, di ba? If we are like 75 million using Facebook, imagine if you're just going to get like 10% of that 75 million using the sponsored post under Facebook, that's already big. Ayan. So again, in all problems, especially in business, there's solution. So just take it nicely and just focus. Get also some support and also suggestion from your team.
I agree, Promise. Marketing is very important to help your business become exposed. And as for the second question, what can you say about those people who want to enter businesses but have a lot of self doubt and they don't have that much confidence to do it?
Oh, again, di ba? I shared kanina, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you need first to have those 5 things with you. And then one thing is to have confidence. Baka you're not yet ready. Maybe enroll in some different activities or a lot of coaching. And also don't forget, we have Go Negosyo. Okay, it's free. It's under the Office of the President. It's I forget Center for Entrepreneurial something. It's free. Again, free and free. The same as this one, the webinar. Attend a lot of webinars to influence you, to motivate you. Hindi pwede walang confidence. Again, how are you going to convince others if you yourself hindi ka confident, diba? Especially with your product and services.
Thank you for that, Miss. And as for the next question, perhaps the person who asked this wants to start a business during a pandemic. So they ask, any good business idea plans for students in the midst of the pandemic?
Okay. A lot of mentors, we are like 270 certified mentors under Go Negosyo, no? Um, Yan yung usual question. Ano ba yung magandang negosyo? Ano ba yung pwede pagkakitaan right away? You know, the common answer, the DNA of those answers. Eto, kung alam namin, di kami nang gumawa. Di ba? So, yun ang usual. And again, I discussed with regards to passion, with regards to the determination under grace, the grit, responsibility, adaptability, confidence, and ano ba yung isa yung E? Energy, di ba? Energetic. you need to have that. Kasi in any other businesses, I'm not really saying na may isang business na mag-grow right away. Don't forget, marami nagiging successful na may funeral parlor. 'Di ba? Super dami. Wala kang nakikitang funeral parlor na close. Pero yung ba iniisip natin during college na I want to grow up and then to have a funeral parlor. 'Di ba hindi? So paano nangyari 'yon? Maybe may nakita siyang gap na kailangang i-fill. Diniscuss natin yan kanina when I discuss about Grab. Ano yung gap or ano yung problem na sinolusyonan ni Grab? Diba? It's not the technology, hindi na sinolusyonan ni Grab, but yung kakulangan ng pampasahero na sasakyan with convenience. Diba? Kasi dami naman taxi, may jeep nga may tricycle pa. Pero bakit si Grab nagna-number 1 pa rin at kulang pa rin? Even though it's expensive. It's because of the service. So, you really need to fill the gap. I think yun yung sagot doon, no? What is actually the problem in your community? At pag may nakita ka na solution, yun yung gawin mo negosyo. O, diba? Kasi kanya-kanya community yan Right now, I'm in Calauan, Laguna, no? So, nakita ko kung anong problem. When I'm in Pasig, I have a place also in Pasig, my office also in Makati. So, nakikita ko kung ano mga problems. It depends on the location. So, again, sasagutin ko, kapareho ng DNA na sagot ng a lot of successful leaders. Kung alam namin, kami nang gumawa. Diba? So, again, the question, ibalik ko sa'yo, what's the problem in your community? At yun ang solusyonan mo. And I'm sure with grit, with determination, you're going to become successful. Baka hindi lang ngayon, maybe, in 1 year, in 2 years? Iba we're not, unlike, let's say, sample natin, JNT Express. Diba? Alam natin, si JNT, okay, parang DHL lang yan. Diba? Bakit sila nag-grow more during these 2 years? Because nakita natin yung gap. Lahat tayo naka-online. Ayaw natin lumabas. Lahat tayo gusto natin i-send out. Sila may pick-up pa nga diba? Pwede nila pick-upin yung product sa bahay mo. So, bakit sila nag-grow? Because of the deliveries. So, nakita nila ang problem during that pandemic. So, again, paano kikita? Check first the problem in your community or in your vicinity. That's the right answer.
I think the same po. My marketing teacher taught me that you need to provide value to where it's needed at the right moment and at the right time. And as for the next question, what are some of the successful business pivots that you've seen your clients achieve?
Right now, a lot yun nga, innovation. Before, if you're going to check my company, if you're going to check my slides, that's actually my 2016 slides. Yung slide na yon. I changed my laptop, so lahat nawala, as in totally. So I'm like, oh my God. I checked my email, and marami doon, hindi ko pa na-upload of what I'm doing during pandemic. So the pivot that we did, aside from the things that we're doing, we launched different companies. Yun yung binanggit ko kanina. We launched the cosmetic brand even during this pandemic. Diba? Imagine, we're very heavy in face mask and face shield, and we launched lip gloss and lipstick. Okay, bakit? And why it's still a success? Bakit? When we're talking about success, ang ibig sabihin natin, bakit nag-earn diba? So bakit siya nag-earn pa rin? And we had the profit. Again, we're businessmen here. We're entrepreneur, and our main point is always to have profit, no? Bakit? Hello, naka-face mask, facial, pero lagi naman tayo nagsusum. And pag nagsusum tayo, gusto naman natin, di ba? Kahit pa paano naka-lipstick. So kaya mabili pa rin. If you're going to check in Lazada and also in Shopee, the most saleable during the 4/4, the 11/11, the 1/1, cosmetics. And that's during pandemic. What else? We stayed away. Of course, our company is still there. Our construction and our events still there. What else that we did launch? Of course, the magazine. Even though we are all online, diba, people still needs to have something to hold on. Okay, so those are the things that we pivoted during this pandemic. For the clients, they did a lot of engaging with regards to online selling. Okay, yung before na they don't know how to do it, or maybe they're even embarrassed to do it, when they saw that a lot are earning so much using online selling, because again, uulit-ulitin natin, 75 million Filipinos are online, di ba, using Facebook. If you're going to check the statistics, baka 50% naman are using Instagram, 40% using Twitter, something like that. But then again, they're still there, diba? So everyone's online right now. One of the companies that I'm handling, Skin Magical, I don't know if you heard about it, but they have a lot of billboards all around the Metro Manila. Before, the franchisee, if you like to become their franchisee, the cost is 600,000. During pandemic, they made it 1 million. And don't forget, again, it's cosmetic. Bakit? Na-stop ang lahat in the house. And nakita natin yung ating mga husband, everyone in the family, ayaw naman natin na wala tayong ginagawa. So kaya kumita rin yung mga rejuvenating sets, yung mga pampaganda, pampaputi, pampabanat, lahat na. Diba? During pandemic. And it's overwhelming. Baka mas mataas pa yung biniling pangpaganda kaysa sa mga vitamins during pandemic. Hindi nag-grow ang expense, ang pagbili natin. Nadagdagan, yes. Pero having a franchise ng 1 million for the skincare, it's really something that we need to look at. Bakit ganon? Diba? So those are the things that we pivot during pandemic, during this global health crisis.
Thank you for that, Miss. And as for the next question, are there any tips for students and who are trying to juggle business while studying?
Oh, I did a lot of selling during college. Hindi, wag na. Gawin natin even during high school. But, cause I mentioned my parents owned a construction company. It's a construction hardware, and I'm the eldest. So even during high school, I'm helping, even grade 6, di ba, I mentioned, my parents. So nagtitinda-tinda ako in my table ng kung ano-ano, like candies, fruits from our farm, and I'm earning. Okay, ang dami-dami kong pera even during high school and during college. I'm an industrial engineer graduate, di ba? We did a lot of trainings in different warehouses, different companies. During that time, ito yung hindi pa na-launch, yung postpaid. Okay, tama ba postpaid o prepaid? Yung prepaid, hindi pa na-launch. Okay, biglang, alam niyo na kung anong age ko bigla, di ba? So, during that time, nagbenta ako ng cellphones sa mga companies where I'm doing the training. Wala akong stop. Even stick, nagbenta ako ng pabango from US kasi my uncle was also sent a lot. My point here, lahat ng pwede mong ibenta mo. My daughter, she's taking a political science right now in LaSalle and likes to become a lawyer. She's the young CEO behind Glam High Cosmetics. So she launched it also during pandemic in December. When I launched mine, she launches also in Makati Shangri-La, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Makati Shangri-La. Actually, our events, that's the last event under Makati Shangri-La, bago ito mag-close noong February 2. So, yeah, I even told to all my kids, sabi ko, hello, some kids right now, 15, 16, 17, are billionaires and earning. And my children, they're like what, 19, 20, 21. So the mindset actually of being an entrepreneur is there already. Yeah, she launched it. So she have like 100 distributors right now, regional distributors, and even not just around the country, but also abroad. Okay? Cosmetics. So that's lip gloss, lip tint, and soap. Yun yung nilaunch niya under her brand, Glam High Cosmetics. So again, lahat ng gusto nyong i-launch, okay, walang makakapigil sa inyo. Ayan. Start it young. A lot of kids right now are billionaires. So, hello. Ayan, start it now.
Perhaps your daughter sees the opportunity to start her own business, and that motivated her to balance everything. And as for the next question, how can you know that entrepreneurship is really meant for you, regardless of the DNA technique?
First thing, it's really about the passion eh. I grew up with entrepreneurial parents. But eto gusto ko lang din i-share, no? My mom, for 15 years, was a kindergarten teacher. So she's an employee, 'di ba? For 15 years. While my father, nakuha niya yung store na maliit pa before from my grandfather. But before that, he's a farmer. When I say farmer, kasi, my grandfather owns this hectares of land, rice field, and also with fruit-bearing trees. So he's the one in charge in the farm. So farmer siya, pero nakagraduate pa rin siya ng college. Alright? There's 3 of them and all studied in college and graduated in college. So that's why I'm really into continuous education. That's why I took my master's also in engineering management. And yun nga, I look up so much sa parents ko. Then after the hardware, that's small, siguro like 20 by 20 square meters. That's small. My dad just focused in selling eh, while my mother want taking care of us, but she's also a teacher, di ba, while we're studying. So simultaneously, after school, my mom keeps on helping my father. And then after that, the hardware grew. I think we made it like from 20 square meters, it became, let's say, 3,000 square meters. Kasi my parents owned really a big parcel of land eh. So, of course, that's why we need to have that big place. Kasi when we say construction, nandyan yung gravel, nandyan yung, you have 2,000 pieces of cements in your bodega. You have that hollow blocks, like we manufacture hollow blocks na. My parents did that. And then we had this a lot of materials already, like coco lumbers, good lumbers na trucks talaga, trucks and trucks na dumarating. So we have this very big place in front of our house. Okay? The DNA is there already eh. Again, hindi kayang pilitin. I started as a contractor, as an engineer, because my parents owned the business. But again, they're the supplies and I'm the labor. So magkaiba pa rin, no? But if you're going to check, napapunta ako sa cosmetics, napapunta ako sa media, napapunta ako sa consultancy, which hindi naman yun yung pinag-aralan ko. Diba? Industrial engineering also is not civil engineering. Industrial engineering is I'm supposed to be in the warehouse doing or counting the motion and time study of different products. Yun yung industrial engineering. And that's 5 years in school, the BS Industrial Engineering. And yet, napapunta ako sa ibang industry. So again, you never know siguro talaga. It's really with the passion and your grit and determination kung anong gusto mo. I'm this person na ini-imagine ko that I'm a flight attendant. I'm this person na ini-imagine ko nung bata ko that I'm a broadcaster. I'm this person that I really love to write. Meron pang chance na I had this friend na pinupulaan or criticizing me in writing because hindi raw magaling, hindi raw maganda, and whatever. But now, I'm writing for Manila Times. I actually passed the exam. I did an exam, and it's like 3 hours. Oh my God. 3 hours exam for grammar, for writing an article, for English and all. And then after that exam, when they told me that I passed, mag-i-interview sa akin yung chairman of the board who owns the company of Manila Times. Ang sabi sa akin ito, when he received actually my documents, bakit ka pa kumuha ng exam? It's easy for you to just call me. Sabi niya, ako, no. Even though we know each other, I want to know my capability and my capacity. So, at least, di ba, alam ko what I can do. And that's why I'm very proud of it. Tapos, I had a radio show for 3 years in Pasig. It's under DCME. And then I had a show in DCIQ that's under Inquirer. And a lot of shows right now under VG8 or VG8 Radio. And DCRH actually is giving me also a segment. So, ang point ko dito, hindi pilit eh. Everything comes in a right time. I'm already 47 and I'm proud of it. I would say that I'm a late bloomer. That's one thing also siguro which made me a unique person na I can do a lot of things and I don't care about everyone. Kasi pag tinanggal mo yon sa mindset mo na you're always thinking what other people will tell you or will criticize you, if that's your mindset, hindi ka mag-grow kasi palagi ka may inhibition na they're going to judge me, they're going to tell me something about this. But if your mindset is, I don't care, you're really going to achieve something. Yeah, so I think that must be the mindset of everyone who's listening right now. If you're an employee and you're already fed up with your work. I'm not saying that being an employee is wrong, kasi I have so many friends who are employed right now, who have this sports car, who are living in Ayala, Alabang, who are earning 1.7 million a month. So it depends, no? We're just talking here limitless with regards to business, okay? Entrepreneurship kasi yung topic natin. So again, I think the answer, you never know. It's up to you about your vision, about your determination to succeed. So yeah, you never know. Next question.
Thank you for that, Miss. And as for the last question, we fused the two into it. So, how can a person tell whenever they are ready to start their own business, and what if they do not feel passionate towards something?
Parang yan din yung explain ko kanina, di ba? The same as what Francis Kong told me kanina about success. You really need to have those characteristics eh. It's like this, you want to become an entrepreneur, pero you don't have guts about it, it will not happen. If you like something, like even watching movie or Netflix, and then you don't have Netflix na app pala, how are you going to watch Netflix if you don't have it with you? Diba? If you're not passionate about it, what are you passionate about? So, these are the things talaga. There are things that characteristic or DNA of an entrepreneur. Hindi kayang pilitin. Hindi naman ako pinalaki ng tatay ko to tell me na magiging entrepreneur ka kasi pinag-aaral nga niya ako ng engineering. So I'm thinking also, I'm going to be in warehouse. I'm going to check all the little things or products in the warehouse. My daughter right now, I have 3 daughters. One is into multimedia because he likes to draw. Right now, meron siya mga 150,000 views in his YouTube, something like that. The other kid wants to become a dentist. I mean, hindi pala dentist, a general doctor for kids. While the other, my eldest, wants to become a lawyer. But then again, at the end of the day, in my mind, I want them to become an entrepreneur on their own, di ba? Parang ganun. Pero hindi mo kayang pilitin eh. Pero they like it. They like to become a multimedia expert. My kid wants to be in Google, wants to be in Paramount Pictures, in Disney. Nakafocus siya. Yun din yung in-enroll niya. All of them are now in LaSalle. So, yun talaga yung pinush nila na gusto nila. Hindi ko pinilit. Diba? While the other one, I told the other one, I want to have a medical doctor daughter, yun din yung gusto niya. Ang sa akin kasi, whatever you like, ito yung gusto ko. The other one wants to become a lawyer. Kung anong gusto niya, hindi ko rin pipilitin. Those are the kind of parents we are. Kasi even my parents, ganun din yung ginawa sa amin. Whatever you like, in other words. Yeah, we did a lot. We took a lot of risks having this. Even imagine launching a magazine during pandemic and during everyone's online. Diba? But again, we're talking about earnings. The magazine that we launched is super successful in terms of earnings. Kahit nga hindi namin ibenta eh. It's very profitable already because of sponsorship and because of the ads. Diba? Pwede nga ipamigay ko na lahat yung magazines. But we still have magazines in National Bookstore. Ang point, we also want to become credible and we accomplish all the things and it's in National Bookstore. Why? Because I want to be in National Bookstore. Diba? If you have your own magazine, ang pangit naman, ikaw lang nakakaalam, diba? But when you mention, because I want it, I'm determined to accomplish it. If you're going to check, that's like 100 documents that you need to submit to National Bookstore. Sample natin ito, point ko is, if you're really into it, if you're really into getting that goal, nobody will stop you. Diba? If you're not passionate about it, you're not going to accomplish it. Parang tinamad ka. Wait for your time. Okay? Each and every one of us, meron tayong tinatawag na time niya eh. I'm 47, yan ako nag-launch ng magazine. At 46, I launched my makeup, the skincare. Diba? What else? What? At age 40 or 37 or 30, I launched the radio show. So, may kanya-kanyang time eh. So, if you think you're not passionate about it now, I'm sure meron kang something na gustong-gusto mo and focus on it. Okay, again, don't forget, focus on the thing that you're really passionate about. If it's not entrepreneurship, baka may iba. Alright, and we have a time of our own. Okay, maybe it's not your time yet, just wait. My daughter also asked me about it. She's only 21 right now. The other two daughters, I have twins, they're 19. Okay, and their focus very, talaga, na like my multimedia daughter who likes to be in Google or Disney to become a cartoonist or something, nakaplan siya. After this, she likes to be in Japan to study illusion, whatever, kung anumang term yon, something like that. Oo. So, check where are you passionate about. I'm sure there's something. Nobody can convince you if you really don't want to, di ba? So, it's really up to you.
All right. So thank you so much, Liam. And once again, thank you so much, Miss Grace, for answering the questions and for the insightful and informative talk you have shared with me and everyone in this live stream. So with that, we want to award this certificate of appreciation to you for being our speaker for today. Okay, so Ace Commerce Philippines award this certificate of appreciation to Engineer Grace Bondad Nicolas for imparting her valuable insight and inspiration at the Ace Commerce webinar entitled Entrepreneurial Mindsetting, Marketing, and Business Improvement Plan, given on this day, April 8, 2022, Manila, Philippines, signed by Franz, the CEO and founder of Asia Commerce. So thank you once again, Ms. Grace, for being such an inspiration to me and the peoples of today's event. And we really appreciate you allotting time for us. And it was truly an honor to have you speak for us. So before you go, is there anything else you want to promote, or where can our audience reach you?
Yes. Yun nga, Rising Tiger Magazine is already in National Bookstore. You can check the top 50 leaders in Asia Pacific. So, dun sa mga hindi pa inspired dyan at hindi pa motivate, check those leaders na talaga namang like PTNT, the president of PTNT, the president of Pepsi, the vice president of JNT Express, and a lot more. And then tomorrow, we're going to have the Go Negosyo event in Ayala Malls by the Bay. That's in, if I'm not mistaken, Pasay/Parañaque, something like that. It's a free event, mentorship. So we're going to have a lot of certified mentors and big business leaders with us. And then our next event will be on June 22 in Mactan, Shangri-La Fort. That's Men and Women Who Matter under Asia Leaders Awards. And also check our account, Rising Tigers Magazine, and Asia Leaders Awards, and also Tag Media Group. Okay, and AA Cosmetics and Trading Company. Ayan. Again, don't forget, put different egg, put different eggs in different baskets, so that if there's failure, you have something to get also or to look forward to. All right. So thank you so much, Ace Commerce, for inviting me, and hope this will not be the last. Thank you so much.
All right. So thank you so much once again, Miss Grace. So moving forward for our following announcement, our weekly webinars will continue next week, and we hope to see you again for our webinar entitled Live Stream Shopping for E-commerce Sales and Marketing, led by Miss Yasmin Nerisoyao, the CEO and co-founder of Shoppertainment Live Inc. So you can RSVP on our website for this event. Again, thank you and see you guys next week, same day and same time. So finally, for the last reminders for the participants who would want to have an e-certificate. So please do not forget to create an Ace Commerce account through our website acecommerce.org, as we give announcements for future webinars where you can RSVP. So please do not forget to answer the e-certificate form that will be sent at the chat box. So friendly reminder that we will strictly no longer entertain concerns about e-certificate and create e-certificate to those who failed to answer the Google form. So please avoid making errors in putting your emails, since incorrect emails will no longer be our responsibility. So if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship and get updated for upcoming events, please like our Facebook page. And in order to connect with fellow entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, you can join our Telegram group so you can network and ask advice from the community. So that's it, guys. And remember that the evaluation form will be closed at 11:59 p.m. today. So for concerns, kindly message us on our Facebook group or on our Telegram channel. So thank you again, everyone, for joining our event today, and we hope to see you again in our next event. Thank you.